Y'all, it is Friday, July 18th, and I don't know about you, but I'm expecting Miss Pope to poke out at any second because this is scandal. Darling, bring out Miss Olivia Pope because we are living in an episode of Scandal right now. Whoever has opened this fall, this is some, what was it, B613? This is some B613-ish. This is like one of their files dropping right now. Somebody cracked open a vault and is just letting it all out. And we are so immersed in this, we don't even care about the crypto bill, which, yeah, sucks. That's another thing they're probably going to use to steal from the 401ks since they're stealing from everything else because a bunch of people in Iowa said, oh, brown people, and now the whole country's going to suffer. It's not funny. It's not funny. But yeah, we've got that going on. You've got the LA Sheriff's Department, the explosion, right? And sure, that's going on. I'm going to dig into that. I'll look into that. I heard it's potentially the same group that works on, like they were practicing with detonations, explosives, etc. So it's like a work-related accident, not necessarily an attack of some kind. I don't know. I'll do some digging. That is all secondary right now to the live scandal episode that we are living through as we watch somebody, the Murdoch family. Did you know Vance in his pants had a little like secret meeting with the Murdoch family like a month ago? What is it? Is it Ruski? Is it Izzy? Is Muscatina in on it? Like how many players are in on this? Is the CBS thing part of it? Okay, I got rabbit holes beyond on rabbit holes galore, darling, on this. So all speculation, disclaimer, this is me just talking. But a lot of folks are starting to ask, is Stinky Pants guy number one? And, you know, the E-Man who took himself out, was he actually number two? Like, was he the logistical guy who, like, oversaw operations and, like, Stinky Pants was, like, not just the number one customer, you know what I'm saying? Like, what did they used to do with that hair plug commercial? I'm not just the CEO, I'm the number one customer or whatever, you know? It's not funny. It's not funny. But here's why people are saying it, okay? We talked about the leaked information. And again, this is information someone has been sitting on for a long time that's all coming out. The Butler video, these letters, like all this stuff. Someone was waiting to flip the switch on this and drop this information. And that's the most wild part about it, is someone has been sitting on this. Anyway, B613. Like I said, okay, let me get back to the point. This is so popcorn, vino, garden sticks, darling. We're watching and observing because, oh boy, is everything coming right back up. Okay, all right. So we talked about the DOJ knowing about these bank accounts where hundreds of millions of dollars, in one of them over $1 billion in wire transfer. Just one. There are tons of these accounts. Okay, they're still active. All right, they've been active. The man is no longer with us. How many years has he been gone? And there's still money being moved in and out. Who's doing that? Who's sending it? Who's receiving it? And the DOJ knows about it, but isn't looking into it. They're not following the money, even though the money is currently moving. It's not a closed case. These aren't accounts with money sitting in them. They're still moving. What is that? What is that? Okay, so now separate from his account still accepting and sending money, and no one seems to want to look into that, we have the FBI leak that, yes, they were told to flag any mentions of Stinky Pants' name throughout the files. You know, the ones that don't exist, but they do exist, but they're a hoax, but they were written by Obama, whatever. Apparently, he's so up and through there that the FBI was told to flag his name on every instance. Now, we already knew that, okay? People outside of the cult already knew that he was all through this thing. Only cult members believed that they were best friends, but that he had nothing to do with any of the shady stuff, all right? Sorry. It's really not funny. Oh, it's really not funny. Oh, but, I mean, we knew that, just like we knew Butler looked suspicious, right? Anyone watching it who wasn't a part of the cult went, are we sure about that? And then we got no medical records, and then we have perfect cartilage. Do you know what a high-speed round of that caliber should have done? There should not be an ear, okay? Not only is there a complete ear, there's not a scratch, not a scar, not a nothing. For those who have forgotten, cartilage does not regrow, especially when you're 80 years old with vascular vein blood flow issues. Things don't heal very well when your circulatory system isn't working. So, and we already have admissions that nothing actually happened to this dude, right? this video, again, something that someone's been sitting on. It's been sitting in a vault for the last year, and now it's out. Now you can see this angle where it shows it removes any removing doubt that that was not a staged event. People bringing in the photographers. The flag gets lowered at the right moment, so it's in the shot. The photographers are being ushered all the way around for just 360. Let's get the best shot from every angle. Over here, over here. And yeah, people expired that day. People are no longer with us while they were orchestrating a photo shoot. So again, for anyone who's like, no, they wouldn't do that just for photos and are you kidding? We are being run by Team Criminal Cruelty. They're doing this stuff for fun. Remember the cages? They're feeding people worm food for fun. Brand new facilities are opening and the food is already rotted. Okay, and then they're taking the paid for survivor food, those protein pellets and the hardtack biscuits, not luxurious food. Stuff that's made for survival, they burned it, okay? They didn't give it to the starving kids it was meant for. They didn't even give it to the people in camps that are eating maggots. No, they set it on fire. Because waste is the point. It's not funny. It's not funny. Wasting money left and right. They're paying they're lifting up the pay for the Gestapo to 6 figures, plus sign-on bonuses. They don't have that for teachers, doctors, researchers, scientists. Nope. But they got it for Gestapo. They got it for kidnappers. They got it for legalized kidnappers. And we already talked about the guards at the camps. $300,000 to $400,000 a year. Paid to go in there and torment people. Do things to the women and children. You know what they're doing. Okay? And you're getting rich off of it. That's their culture. This is their idea of meritocracy. That's their idea of a real job. Okay? Just so we're clear. And for everyone who's like, yeah, if there's anyone still clapping, don't worry. They want you in the fields. They want you picking strawberries, all right? And no, you don't get to run up now and go, actually, I'm disabled, so I don't have to. No, Jan. No, Jan, get on out there. Get on out there. Bring your oxygen tank and clap in the fields, okay, darling? I want to see the same energy across the board, all right? So now we have CBS, and here's the thing. We know that all these different media outlets are capitulating to the regime, and we know the regime is controlling the media. For any of the folks who are still going, where did you see? Can you show me on MSNBC? Can you show me on CNN? Can you show me on one of the places that's afraid of him? I'm not going to believe it until a network that's afraid of him says it. Oh, but here's the thing. They capitulated and they canned their top-rated show. And Stinky Pants, of course, ran out there and I'm so proud, I'm happy. In fact, more people are going to fall. And don't think it slid by me that, it didn't get a lot of splash when it was the women or the women of color or persons of color, when it was Don Lemon and Joy on Reed. It got a little splash. It got a little, oh no, that's so bad. Look, they're getting rid of colored people. And then everyone just got over it, as they tend to do. And it's one of these and not one of these. But this is a white male now who is top rated. There's no excuse other than just picking on him. You can't say you're cutting your top rated show that makes the most money because of financial burden. You understand what I'm saying? That no one's buying that either. So now everyone's going, so wait, are they pressuring the media? Are they silencing people they don't like? Like just now they're catching on. Those of us that have been saying it for months, just now I'm shocked people are catching on to that as well. So I wonder if that's a little piece of it too. Like just all these little pieces that are flinging in there, and he's not going to be able to dodge all of them. Then you've got the health issue, and whatever they're saying, it's worse than what they're saying. We know it. We can see it. This dude is up here snatching medals, snatching trophies, throwing salutes, using slurs, and I don't know. All I know is we are watching the ship run ashore. We are watching the Titanic has hit the iceberg, darling, and it is taking on water so fast. Oh my gosh. And, I know, right? Vance in his pants would be next. He is horrible and evil and backed by the tech bros, yes, but I am not as afraid of him because he doesn't have clout. He doesn't have the cult. The cult's not going to fall in line behind him. That is why they've held him in place this long. All right? So, I don't know, but I know it's glorious to watch. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think the Stinky Pants could be the head honcho of the ring? What do you think?